Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again for our time together. We're going to have a great time here at East Campus. We'll see you at 7 o'clock. Great revival night. We're going to be praying for the sick. We'll have a wonderful time together. But right now, I want us to come back to Numbers chapter 18. Numbers 18, beginning with verse 1. The Lord said to Aaron, "You and your sons and your father's family are to bear the responsibility for offenses against the sanctuary. And you and your sons alone are to bear the responsibility for offenses against the priesthood." Now notice, God says you're responsible. Not only are you responsible for the house of God, you're responsible for the leadership of the house of God. Bring your fellow Levites from your ancestral tribe to join you and assist you when you and your sons minister before the tent of testimony. So choose your assistants. They are to be responsible to you. So when a person is an assistant, they're not in their own authority. They function under the authority of the person they are assisting. They are responsible to you and are to perform all the duties of the tent, but must not go near the furnishings of the sanctuary or the altar, or both they and you will die. So you're responsible. They have limits to what they're allowed to do. An assistant can do this, but they're not allowed to do this. And God said, even if they do something wrong, He said, you will bear the consequences for their actions. Now this is the responsibility of a leader. Everybody wants to talk about how leaders, they lead and people follow and we cast the vision. And, all that sounds really cool, but they want to ignore responsibility of leadership. He said, Aaron, all right, you're the leader. There are people that I'm telling you that will assist you. You are still responsible, and you are still responsible not only for your actions, but for their actions. And then he goes down to verse 5. You are to be responsible for the care of the sanctuary and the altar, so that wrath will not fall on the Israelites again. I myself have selected your fellow Levites from among the Israelites as a gift to you. Now that shows another thing. Notice, a leader has his assistants. The assistants are responsible to the leader. The assistants have their delegated responsibilities, their delegated tasks. They are to do these things, but they are not to do these things. But just because they have been delegated things does not absolve the leader of responsibility. The leader is still responsible and to be held responsible for their actions. So as a pastor, if I have an assistant pastor, if I have a leader that's doing things wrong, God holds me responsible. The congregation holds me responsible. But then look at the last one. As a gift to you. Now, yes, all the beauty of responsibility I just taught you in place. Also, the attitude of a leader toward their assistants. They are a gift of God to you. I look at the assistant pastors of COP. I look at all of the leaders that we have at COP. They're God's gift to me. They're not a burden. They're not a pain. They're not something that gets in the way. They're God's gift to me to lighten the load. I want to challenge all of you leaders today. Forgive me. Be a leader. Take responsibility for the actions of people under you. Don't let them get away with things because God holds you responsible. But at the same time, as a leader, look at your assistants and recognize these people are a gift of God to me.